You are about to watch me rebuild an AI product making $12,945 a month. Because while I was scrolling, I suddenly found this listing making $12,945 a month. Then I noticed it was in demand too, with 4 people buying it in the last 24 hours. So I opened another one and saw it was making $8,000 a month. And another one was making $5,000. And there were even more results like that. Something interesting is happening here. So I tried to understand what all the hype was about. And what they basically do is merge different people into one image. Like, let's say your father passed away, and now you become a father yourself. You might want to see your father holding your baby. So you buy this service, send 2 pictures, and they merge them together and sell it to you either digitally or as wall art. Pretty cool concept, right? But what's even cooler is that this niche is in high demand with very low competition, giving us a score of 100. As you can see here, the search volume is 34,000, while the competition is only 4,000. With a very high conversion rate, this photo merge niche has made over $1 million in revenue, and all the main search terms around it have strong demand with low competition. So I thought this is a great opportunity to test this product. And in this video, we're going to build my listing live together. And to do that, we need 3 main things. First, we need a way to actually create these images at a high level. Second, we need a platform to sell the product. And third, we need a way to actually deliver it to the customer. So let's start with the most important part. Let's say a customer sends us 2 images like this, a grandma and her grandson. And the goal is simple. We want to merge them together into one realistic photo that looks like it was actually taken in real life. So I'll take these 2 images, download them, and head over to OpenArt. Now, if you are not familiar, OpenArt is an all-in-one tool that includes pretty much all AI models. For this kind of work, I will use Nano Banana 2, which is the most realistic and it preserves the person's identity. Now, once we're inside OpenArt, the first thing I'm going to do is upload both images as references. This is very important because this is what tells the AI exactly who we're working with. After that, we move to the prompt. And for this, I'll be using my master merge prompt. This is the exact one I use, and it keeps everything realistic without messing up the identity. Basically, it tells the AI to do 3 things. First, keep each person exactly the same without changing identity or facial features. Second, control the pose and interaction so we decide how they appear together. And third, define the scene, lighting, and placement so everything looks natural and realistic. Now, the only thing I need to change are these 2 parts. So, for this example, I'll say, arrange them as the grandma sitting on a chair with the grandson sitting on her lap, both looking directly at the camera. Place them in a cozy living room with warm tones. That's it. Everything else stays the same. So I'll paste it in. I'll quickly set the aspect ratio to something vertical, like 3:4. And as for the quality, I'll usually go with either 2K or 4K. Then we hit generate and let's see what we get. All right, and here's the result. And just look at that. It actually looks like they were photographed together in the same room. The lighting matches, the proportions make sense, and most importantly, both faces stayed exactly the same. This is exactly what we want. Now, the cool part is we don't stop here. Because from the same 2 images, we can create multiple different versions. So for example, let's try another one. This time I'll keep the same prompt, but just change the scene and interaction. Maybe something like, arrange them as walking side by side, holding hands. Place them in a park during sunset. Let's generate that. And now we have a completely different moment. Same people, same identity, but a totally new scene. We can also go more emotional. Let's say, arrange them as hugging each other warmly. Place them in a soft indoor setting with natural light coming from a window. Generate. And again, another variation. So as you can see, using AI, we're not just creating one image. We can create multiple options from the same photos in literally 1 click with 0 design skills. Now let's take it 1 step further. I found another listing that's doing really well. But instead of realistic photos, they're offering this black and white kind of hand-drawn art style. So what we can do is take one of the images we already generated and turn it into a completely different style. So I'll take this one, upload it again into OpenArt. And now instead of merging, we just write a very simple prompt. Something like, transform this image into a soft hand-drawn illustration. Keep the exact same people, composition, and facial features. Do not change identity. That's it. Let's generate. And here we go. Same exact image, but now it looks like a custom illustration. Now we can repeat this with different styles. We can try watercolor. We can try a pencil sketch. We can even try something more fun, like the Pixar and Disney art style. The creativity is limitless here. And this is where it gets really powerful. Because now instead of selling just one product, we can offer multiple styles for the same image, and that instantly increases the perceived value. So the customer can choose between realistic, drawing, painting, whatever fits their taste. And now that we know how we are going to create the designs once we get an order, let's move on to turning this into an actual product and listing it. I'm planning to list my product on Etsy just like the others and use Printful to turn the design into a physical poster. So let's sign up on Printful and get started. By the way, if you don't know, Printful is a print-on-demand service. In simple terms, you list your product using Printful, and once you get an order, they take your design, print it, and ship it directly to your customer without you doing anything. Now, the first step is connecting the store. As you can see, Printful works with pretty much every platform. So even if Etsy isn't available in your country, you still have plenty of other options. But for this, I'll choose Etsy and sign in. Once the store is connected, we click on Add Product. And as you can see, Printful's catalog is huge. There are so many different products you can choose from. For this one, I'll go with canvas wall art. Now we start customizing the product. So here I'll choose the dimensions and the sizes I want to sell. Then I'll upload the design to see how it looks on the canvas. Make sure it fits properly. And what I like to do is check the mock-ups here to see how the final product will actually look. Once that looks good, we hit continue. In this step, you can select the mock-ups that will be used in your listing. But I'll skip this for now because I'll create my own images later. Same thing for the title and description. I'll edit those directly inside Etsy. All right, now comes the last and most important part, which is pricing. Here you can see how much it costs to fulfill the order. Then you set your selling price. And on the right side, you can see your profit. What I like to do is start a bit lower at the beginning until I get some sales. So I usually aim for at least $10 profit per order. Once everything looks good, we click Submit to Store. Now, if we go to Etsy, we'll find the product saved as a draft listing. So I'll open it and finish editing before publishing. Now for the listing image, which is the most important part to grab attention, I've already prepared some mock-ups. As you can see, I focused on lifestyle and realistic images because those perform the best on Etsy. Unfortunately, I can't share this exact method here on YouTube, but if you want to learn how to create these types of mock-ups, you can check out my mini course in the description. Now moving on to the title and description. What I like to do is very simple. I look at top performing listings, understand how they structure their titles and descriptions, and then use AI to generate my own version without copying. So now we're almost done setting up the listing. There's just one more thing I like to add, which is style variation. So I'll click on Manage Variations, add a new option, and list the different art styles I want to offer. This way, the customer can choose not only the size of the canvas, but also the style, which increases conversions a lot. Now let's hit Publish. And just like that, the listing is live and ready to make sales. Now once we get an order, it will automatically be sent to Printful. I'll create the final version of the design for the customer, go to Printful, and complete the order. After that, Printful prints the canvas and ships it directly to the customer. So, for example, if we sell the canvas for $30 and the fulfillment cost is $15, we're left with $15 profit. So yeah, that's basically it. I thought it would be fun to record this video and show you exactly how I publish my products. Thanks for watching.